match up with the Indianapolis Colts. Strap in. This will be a good one. 2 one-loss teams getting together as they're underway on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
To throw on second down, Dudley. That'll be caught. It's Isabella. And he is finally out of bounds, but not before taking it down inside the 30. A huge play there for Arizona.
Execution was one of their watchwords leading up to this one. And on that play, able to execute brilliantly here on this opening drive.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
We got 3, fellas, we got 3.
Looking to throw. Dudley. Steps away to his left. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, this defense for the Colts, they were fantastic a week ago in that win over Houston.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. This a give to Mack running to the right. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Marlon Mack, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Lutz good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
Nyheim Hines now out of his end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
This is Jonathan Taylor. The
still tackled shy of the 20. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground. It's pretty easy to overlook the fullback when you're making your assignments defensively in the pass coverage game. But in this case, they made him pay for that oversight and picks up a nice gain.
First and 10, Taylor now. Able to shake free for about 7 up to the 35. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's where they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Second down, another run with Taylor. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
They'll look to throw here. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And he is going to have a Colts first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Taylor. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
And that's called winning at the point of attack, isn't it? Right there at the line of scrimmage. I know he's a little bummed out now. He doesn't get credit for a tackle for a loss, but no gain, his guys will take that.
And speaking of winning, to be as cheesy as we can, he was the winner of the NFC Defensive Player of the Week award from last week, so he's really stringing together some good football.
So not only did he get a gold star, he might have gotten a gold watch too, huh?
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. They'll set up a throw. He's going to wind up and air it out. And oh, that nearly an opening drive INT, but it does fall incomplete. Not the way he wanted to start this ballgame as it brings up 4th down. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. Deep for the Cardinals, Christian Kirk. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Cards are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in this 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say, when you're running the big-time races. It means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4. corralled right around the 34. 15 yards that time, and the Cardinals move the chains. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's a give to Mack. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. 43 yards on the ground for him so far. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards, but also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Here's Mack to get it again on 2nd down. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Final 30 seconds of this first quarter, and it's been a quarter dominated by the guys with the football. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Cardinals. And he is a belly. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Cards are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Lutz with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Hines opting not to risk it, and this will come out to the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Nothing the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. First throw now for the backup lock. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
But we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Block working out of the gun. Wide open, Amari Cooper. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. So Amari Cooper out of Northwestern High School in Miami making a nice play there.
And it's so funny that when I was going through the draft process when he came out of Alabama and was inquiring about him and his skills, they say it all began.
The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. Brian Burns in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. 2nd and 20. Now a handoff. Taylor with it. A 4-yard pickup that gets him going forward, but still 15 yards left on 3rd down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this one is incomplete.
The scoreboard tells a story for him, a little bit bleak, and while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close, but the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they had to go the length of the field last time out to get into the end zone. And with this starting field position, they're going to have to pretty much do it again.
And I think the thought process going into it is, hey, if you have to be methodical, go ahead and do that. But what you really want are a couple of big plays. Eat up chunks of yardage and cut down the number of times you have to snap the football.
Here's Mack. Mack's got the first down and then some. There he goes left side. Touchdown, Cardinals. Marlon Mack with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Cardinals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Lutz good on the extra point, and it's now 21-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And no thought of a return here for Hines. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Throwing now is Locke. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 13. Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. That's going to set them back 5 yards. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. To throw in his lock. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Brian Burns has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for Indianapolis. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. On the return is Kirk. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Cardinals, great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down with Marlon Mack. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Dudley. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Andy Isabella with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Cardinals are able to add on to their first half lead. I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Lutz will look to add the extra point. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Hines opting not to risk it, and this will come out to the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. The results for them so far not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your play sheet. You're trying to figure out what you're going against defensively. I wonder, are they showing them something they haven't seen or anticipated in practice, and maybe that's throwing them off? Or do they just have to go to a different play calling section and try and run some offense that way?
And he's got room. And he will will take this all the way down to the Cardinals' 11. 75 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. A give for Taylor running right side. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Jonathan Taylor hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Colts get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. On 1st and 10, Dudley. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Monty Rice came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Back to throw. Dudley looking for Campbell downfield. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So a costly penalty yardage-wise as that'll move the football down to the spot of the foul.
And what the officials are looking for in these situations, whether you're playing the man or the ball. And if you're playing the man, you get a lot less leeway in terms of what's going to happen at the end of the play. But if you're looking for the football, it's less likely to draw the flag. Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Looking to throw. Dudley going deep for Hopkins. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands but could not hang on.
Nice play there to force incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Off play action. Dudley. This one caught by Isabella. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
And how about this throw right here? Had to throw it to the left sideline, and you know the timing's got to be correct on this one. Ball's got to be right where it needs to be, and it was. That's because he had great arm strength on that one, able to drive the football. Quarterbacks love it when they can show off their arms.
Back to throw again. And that is caught. Touchdown Cardinals. Harris Campbell as the first half is winding down. And the Cardinals will extend their lead here just before halftime. And I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. They called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Lutz to try to add the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive as they take over with just 17 seconds left before the break. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just burrow his way back to the line of scrimmage, and that's about it. No gain on the play there, second down. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. The Colts getting the football first, and they trail here as we are back underway in quarter number 3. And the half will begin with a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot. Pretty unlikely, but you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Choose the mic. I don't think you got it, son. Tight ends Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. Everyone's got 4.
This thrown quickly out to Cooper.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Watch two. It's our time. It's our time, guys. It's our time. Choose the mic. Let's go, D. Check. Crunch.
Block now on first down. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on second. in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Let's go, baby. Mike, two. Watch two. Watch two. I don't even know why this team showed up.
Locke taking the snap at 1. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
We got 4. Mike, 2. Mike, 2. I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take you to school.
Here's Locke. He's got his receiver, Cooper. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. A big play there for Indy. Now look, you're not going to be able to get this all back at once, but that certainly helps.
So you're saying 3 yards in the cloud of dust, not the strategy?
I go aerial attack.
Yeah, I think that's what has to happen. And if you're going to run it, you need to break off big chunks. We just saw a big play right there. They need plenty of those.
On 1st and 10, here's Locke. Incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Mike, 2. Watch 2. Watch 2. Target, 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 target. Choose the mic. And watch the lane.
Now Locke. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Credit the sack to Shaquem Griffin. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
Mike, 2. Watch 2. Watch 2. Watch screen. Watch screen. You got tape. You got tape. You got tape.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to and pressure coming, and they got him once again. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, that O-line, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just give him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
Yeah, now they're just looking to add to that total. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
58, right over there, right over there. Yeah, yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Man, I got you, I got you, I got you, I got you.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. They'll run it out of the gun with Mack. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. On the handoff, running left, Marlon Mack. And shedding the tackle, and now some room. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 168 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. On first down, they'll stay with Mack on the ground. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Back to throw. Dudley. This goes to Mack on the check down. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And just a yard to go here on second down.
Rush in, rush in, rush in. Cougar 19. We got 25 to the mic. 65, 65.
On the handoff, it's Mack. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
first down. Dudley.
I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
First quarter, Charles, you really emphasized the importance of winning the turnover battle as a visiting team, as an underdog. They haven't forced a single turnover in this game.
And right now they're losing, so no turnovers might lead to no victory.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Come on, QB, come on. Hey, 25 the mic. We're going 25 the mic. You're trash, you're trash. Deuce, 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 deuce. Cowboy 80. Warrior 70.
Throwing again. Dudley. That's going to be caught by Kirk. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Off the play fake. Dudley. And able to find Kirk complete. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Coming, baby, I'm coming, baby. Woo! Buffalo 18. 13. I got you.
Off play action. Dudley. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Austin Hooper. His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Cardinals are closing in on a 4-1 start as they extend their 4th quarter lead.
Lots of look to add the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
And no thought of a return here for Hines.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big 4th quarter hole.
Throwing on first down is Locke.
And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25.
On the counter, it's Taylor.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
But that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
The Colts on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 9. Locke going to throw.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Kirk now, the return man. 8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They're looking at a 3rd straight win here if they can hold on. Throwing on 1st down. Dudley. Throw left side completes Isabella. Well, he will go out right near the 35-yard line.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
On 1st and 10, Dudley. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Quiddy Pay. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
He's coming. Check in. Let's go one more. Mike 13. Here we go.
Looking to throw. Dudley. Looking sideline, incomplete.
You definitely would like to have hit on that one because now you've got a 3rd and long showing up, and you just know defense is going to be getting after it. They are pinning their ears back, and they are coming.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
58 to Mike. 58 to Mike. Let's go.
There he goes inside the 30 and down to the 19-yard line. 211 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Second down at 4.
Watch twist. Mike 13. Watch the pass.
Back to throw. Dudley. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown. And the blowout continues. And you wonder now if he might be able to remove the helmet, put on the baseball cap, and watch the rest of this one from the sideline. His 5th touchdown pass of the game.
Say that again. Did you say 5th touchdown pass of the game?
Yes, sir.
Boy, that's a heck of a performance, isn't it? Because they've had no answer for him at all game long. Receivers have been open constantly, and he hasn't missed a single one of them.
Lutz with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Hines opting not to risk it, and this will come out to the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Play that tight deep. Don't let him breathe, defense. Mike 2, Mike 2. Hey, 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 hey. Mike 2, Mike 2.
Block now to throw. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score.
Mike 2, Mike 2.
To throw again on second down. Lock. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Third down, here's Taylor. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Give him 3 yards there as they will take us to fourth down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that one-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
Watch 2. Watch 2. I got one. Choose the right. Switch.
Now Locke. Got to have this one. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Cardinals will now take over with excellent field position. That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Even though they've got this big advantage, Charles, they are not taking their foot off the gas pedal right now.
Well, I think what we're seeing is the result of all their great preparation and great practice time during the week. And even though it seems like this is a great chance to pull people back and maybe, not try and score a few more times, they don't want to do that. I think they're enjoying what they're seeing, the collective effort, and they want to play it all the way out.
Lutz good on the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Out of the end zone, here comes Hines. And no thought of a return here for Hines. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field.
And now off to the races down the right side. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. Man, one play, 75 yards, end zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all three timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And the drive starts with a completion, left side. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got two more to use here in the final stages. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Off the play fake. Dudley. That ball complete to Isabella. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
Well, partner, nothing but praise from me for this offense. They have been tremendous all night long. They knew what they had to do to unlock the defense. And let's face it, this has been a master class in offensive football that we've been here to witness.
Going for the deep ball. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 13. And they get a fourth quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Taylor, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Now a give to Taylor. And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Arizona, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1. And they'll have another home date next week as the LA Rams come to town. Meanwhile, for Indianapolis, the loss will move them back to 3-2 on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against Jacksonville. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.